Welcome to my channel. My name is Megan and I am so thrilled to teach you how to read tarot. Okay, we're going to start off with the Major Arcana and then we will eventually move into the Minor Arcana because there are 78 cards in this deck. That is a lot of information. But for today, I just want to keep this super fun, super light, and we get to work with probably two of the best cards in the deck. So let's just get into it. More importantly, today I'm going to be teaching you how to read the first two cards in the Major Arcana. We start off with 0, which is the Fool. And then we move into the first card of the deck, which is the Magician. Okay, so a little bit about me and how I read tarot. I am an intuitive reader, but I also think there is so much to know that relates to our intuition when we look at a card. So whenever I'm teaching someone how to read tarot, I say, let's just start by simply looking at the card. Maybe let's take a little bit of a pause. I know it's hard to see my cards because they have the gold foil, which I absolutely love. Let's just start about the sun shining in the corner. You look at their body language, they are excited, they are open, they are ready. They're standing on the edge of a cliff, so they are ready to embark on an adventure. One of the cutest little things is they have their little doggy by their side as well. I think we can all relate to having a little sidekick beside our side. Besides using our intuition to physically look at the card and see what it speaks to us, I do think it's great to memorize a few keywords when we are beginning to learn the cards. That being said, with the Fool, a few keywords that we can use: new beginning, innocence, spontaneity, trust, and potential. I always want to go back to the imagery, but it's like they are at the edge of the cliff and they are about to jump off. They don't know where they're going, but they trust that they will be caught. So what the Fool really represents is the beginning of a new journey. As I mentioned, it is this deep trust of not knowing where we are going, embarking on this adventure with curiosity and openness. This card really asks us to move forward with courage. So often the Fool is going to appear when we are at the beginning of something. It's a new start, a fresh journey. This could be a new job, a new relationship, a new project, or even just a new chapter in your life. The Fool can also show up when we really need to trust ourselves. It's this very inviting energy of take the leap and the universe will catch you. I also feel like it has this sense of lightness to it. Like, don't take things so seriously. When we pull the Fool, it's really an invitation to know that we don't need to know the answer. The act of beginning is more than enough. Have a beginner's mind and have fun. This is where we drop the old stories, the old patterns, and we allow ourselves to move forward with openness and curiosity. That's a little bit about the Fool. If you have any questions, please leave them down below. And I would love to chat about it a little bit more. And let's move into the Magician. Okay, so as always, let's talk imagery. The coolest thing about the Magician is they have everything they need to create their desired reality. They hold the cups, the pentacles, the swords, and the wands, all the keys of the Minor Arcana, and they also have the infinity symbol above their head. What I love about the Magician is they have one hand pointed to the sky and then one hand pointed to the earth. They are open to channeling from the divine and then ultimately bringing that into our physical reality. Really, the imagery is a message between heaven and earth, knowing that we can take our wildest fantasies, dreams, and create them in our physical reality. Like I said, let's drop a few keywords that are really relevant to the Magician: manifestation, willpower, resourcefulness, and creation. Magician is one of my favorite cards, and I love when someone pulls it because it's this energy of we have everything inside of us to create everything, the reality that we desire. It's really about focusing our energy and our intention and bringing those two things together into physical reality. When this card shows up, it means step in your power. Let's talk about when the Magician shows up and what it might mean. I think a lot of the time this card shows up when we doubt ourselves the most. It really shows up to remind us that we have all the resources within ourselves. On the other hand, I do think it can show up in times of empowerment, almost as a reminder that you are stepping into your personal power and we see you and you are doing magnificent. I do also think it may show up when we need a little bit of encouragement. Maybe it's like we want to start something, but we're a little unsure. And this is the time when it's saying, go for it, turn your ideas into action. Ultimately, this card's message is whatever you want is possible. If you've thought of something in your mind that you want to create, it's because your heart wants it and you are meant to create it on the physical plane. It's also here to remind us that we are the creator. No one outside of us. It's in our hand. Truthfully, it's a call to act. Please let me know if this was helpful, if you learned something new about the Fool or the Magician, or even if you have any questions, please leave them down below. And if you liked this, please let me know. And I am so excited to see you for episode 2, where we dive into some of my favorite cards, some of the most feminine cards, the High Priestess and the Empress.